That's it. Argentina comes from behind to beat the England team 2-1 in a match where we saw a first half very different from the second, right? First half where both teams were ready to fight, ready to battle, ready to give everything. This rivalry that we mentioned throughout our live pregame show, which is a rivalry that goes beyond the field and even reaches the political side, the territorial side anyway, a war between Argentina and England, which characterizes this matchup as the greatest rivalry in the history of international soccer. And we see a bad first half for those who are fans of soccer, but a first half that was already expected between these two national teams. Due to the rivalry and these traits, it was clear this could happen. England tried to play Argentina's game, which I think isn't right in this situation. Argentina is a scrappy team, a team that knows how to break up the game. Brazil has already suffered because of this, obviously. And England had no need to play that way, but they got into that game to foul in the first half. They got into that game to fight, which was unnecessary. In the second half, Argentina played much more boldly, evident in the opening minutes. England had little response in the second half aside from scoring a goal. They were lucky that in the only big opportunity they had in the second half, they managed to score with Anthony Gordon's goal in a good play. That might be the only play where England set aside the psychological part a little and really tried to play football. They can do it. They have that ability. They played football, shifting play side to side, and worked it out. Morgan Rogers then made a great pass to Anthony Gordon, who opened the scoring. But after that, England's attitude was unacceptable. You don't invite the current world champion team into your own half. You don't invite, a team that has a guy like Lionel Messi into your own half. England and Thomas Tuchel both took that risk, but I think Tuchel is mainly to blame for England's elimination. You put 4 center backs and still concede on an aerial ball. It's unacceptable. We're going to talk about the goal soon, right? But the attitude is really bad. You can't invite a team like Argentina into your own half. You just can't. There's no way. He did that.
And you left Messi free, right, to work the ball. Exactly. Messi took over the game, gave both assists, and did whatever he wanted with the ball.
Exactly. England's attitude was really bad. And Scaloni also had his merits, obviously. If we criticize Tuchel, we have to praise Scaloni. He read England's changes and kept adjusting. First, he took out a defensive midfielder and put in a guy who usually plays at left back or on the left side of midfield as a defensive midfielder. Then he saw, I need a goal. He fixed that situation. He replaced the left back with a midfielder in that position and brought on Lautaro for more presence in the box, which was overdue. I think the substitution should have happened earlier in the second half, but Scaloni was gradually making changes. He brings on Dedepu and experienced players like Tammy and Otamendi, who also add psychological pressure.
He even delayed putting in Lautaro, who scored the second and go-ahead goal, right? We kept saying it would be Lautaro or Flaco Lopez, but he wouldn't put him in. And maybe we could have even gone with Flaco Lopez, who's taller, right? More of a center forward, has a bit more of those box striker characteristics than Lautaro. But he puts Lautaro in, believes in him, and Lautaro scores the goal.
It worked, man. It worked, right? England invited Argentina into their half.
And having a guy like Messi is a game changer. It's just so different, right? He creates the play for the first goal, passes to Enzo Fernandez for a beautiful shot. I think the goalkeeper was slightly out of position with many people in front. He stepped to see the ball, but it went the other way. And Argentina tied the game. And then, at that moment, England has to make a change. Tuchel has to make a change. He sees that he's got 4 center backs. The whole game is Argentina's. Adjust the strategy. Move up a little from the back. Push Argentina back a bit too. No. He took the risk of keeping the same lineup until the end of the game. And then he was punished. Rightfully punished by Messi's great play and Lautaro's goal. Besides tactics, we need to discuss the emotional side too, There's no way around it. Argentina deserves the World Cup. I'm definitely rooting against them. We Brazilians are all against them. At the end of the day, those guys want this World Cup more than all the other teams. No one wants this cup more than Argentina. And so, if we're talking about deserving it, what has Argentina been doing in this World Cup? Fighting for every ball, every play. They haven't played great, but always believed in winning and fought for every meter. That makes a big difference. They play.
They play really well for short periods and decide the game in that time, right?
It seems like they don't want it at the end of the game, like they're out of the match. But when they return, they make a difference, which is admirable. Maybe they didn't need to take so many risks because they decide to kick into gear in the last 10 or 15 minutes in extra time. There's no need. But there's a team that has players who want it. There are players who show it. They want it for their people. They want it for their own history. They also want it for Messi, who wants to win his second. And today he made the difference. And for us, he made the difference. He was chosen as the best player on the field. So, man, Argentina, again, just like in 2022, is putting together a title-winning campaign. And I think it hurts to say this, but they're taking strong steps, right, toward winning the title.
And just to point out here as well, we Brazilians, right? We have a lot to learn, especially from Argentina's willpower, their grit, and their determination, right? It's impressive how they run, how they fight, how they battle every moment. So honestly, yeah, I was really sad to see Brazil completely standing still against Norway, just numb, without really fighting for it, you know? So I think that's mainly it. We need to understand and we need to give a little more, try a little harder. And Argentina today, well, everyone here in the newsroom knows I'm the most anti-Argentina guy of all, right? So for me to come here and congratulate them, and this time without any refereeing controversy, right? This time there was no refereeing controversy. It's good when it's just about the game, right? But anyway, yeah, that's it. Argentina moving forward. 2-1 over England, coming from behind. Another comeback by Argentina. Great game. And we'll have Spain and Argentina next Sunday in the final. Either we'll have a 4-time champion or we'll have a 2-time champion this time, right? And just so it doesn't go unnoticed, the Brazilian who roots against still has one more chance. Either to get angry or to be happy at least once in this World Cup.
Do you have any guesses for this final?
Spain 5-0.
Go ahead, make your rational prediction.
Spain 2-0. Wishful guess, right? Adjust it.
Adjust it.
Maybe 1-0.
All right.
Spain 2-0 without conceding goals. That's it. To crown the best defense of the World Cup.
That's it. That was our analysis of the match between Argentina and England. Go ahead.
Look, actually, here's the thing. Yeah, no.
That's
It's really important to say. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like, share the content with your friends. There's a lot of cool stuff here. Throughout the World Cup, the other competitions are coming back too. So if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Stay tuned to what we've been bringing, right? Our team is there at the games, right? Thursday, there's Vasco. Friday, there's a Botafogo game. So there's a lot of cool stuff. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your like and thanks. We'll be here for the World Cup final. That's it.
right. Join us Sunday, root against them, okay? Thanks. We're in this together.